The launch of the Coalitions for Change program was welcomed with great expectations. Over the last 2.5 years, Coalitions for Change, C4C, has established itself as a respected facilitator of change designed to ensure that resources are used more effectively and that formal systems of accountability are sustained in Nigeria. What really makes C4C different is the way the program has approached the work of bringing together different actors from government and outside government. Rather than taking a blanket approach to the problem, C4C worked to identify specific issues which Nigerians can solve by working together and which they will want to solve because that issue resonates with them as Nigerians. We call this the issue-based approach. C4C's work to promote such partnerships in order to address issues widely considered relevant and timely is unique and involves 3 key methods: coalescing, engaging, and sustainability. Coalitions have been formed to work on 8 issue-based projects. These coalitions are now recognized as key resources for development issues in Nigeria and are regularly invited. In Nigeria, there are over 19 million people with disabilities, yet there was no systematic institutional arrangements to address their needs from a human rights approach. C4C's strategy was to find change champions from the executive, legislature, and civil society to work with the disability community. The coalition, which emerged, has provided a coordinated approach to disability issues for the first time in Nigerian history. Speaking with one voice, they have clearly achieved much more. These successes include the passage of the Disability Bill, policy input into the ongoing civil service reform. Thanks to the issue-based approach, the new disability movement has gained better recognition and support from both government and civil society. The Anti-Corruption Issue-Based Project works to ensure that adequate control processes are duly followed for public procurement in order to address accountability issues in the social sector and related agencies. One of the Anti-Corruption Coalition's greatest achievements is its ability to mobilize membership across various strata of government, including the legislative and executive arm, as well as civil society. The coalition, now known as the Accountability Coalition, has facilitated the setting up of an anti-corruption unit and better legislative executive evaluation of the procurement process. At the inception of the climate change issue-based project in 2007, most Nigerians had a fair understanding of what climate change is and its implications with Nigeria Can. A bridge has been built between the public, political will, and technical knowledge. Working in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Environment, the National Assembly, and others, Nigeria Can facilitated the passage of the Nigeria Climate Change Bill on the establishment of a Climate Change Commission. Nigeria Can is today helping Nigerians understand the mitigation strategies and possible adaptation measures to check the effect of climate change. The Constitutional Reform Dialogue Mechanism works for an open, structured, and inclusive dialogue to accelerate the reform process towards the ultimate goal of producing a people-centered Nigerian constitution. It has gained recognition at the National Assembly both as a strong civil society voice and a technical resource on issues relating to constitution making. The Extractive Industries Revenue Transparency Initiative work to ensure that revenues from extractive industries are managed and used in response to the demands of ordinary citizens. It has achieved the first ever detailed study on both oil and gas and solid minerals sector. 5 key outputs with the objective of demystifying the extractive industries emerged from the research. A new coalition focused on extractive industries as well as renewable resources of forestry and fishery industries emerged. Before now, the Gender and Affirmative Action Coalition relations between Parliament and civil society depended on the prowess of individual groups. But now, with the issue-based approach, ownership and engagement between government and non-government actors is generally stronger. Working together on the Gender Electoral and Constitutional Review Memorandum Committee, GEM, 60% of the Gender Coalition input was adopted by the Electoral Reform Committee in its final report to the President. The Gender Coalition, in collaboration with the National Assembly, established a pioneer Gender Technical Resource Unit at the National Assembly. The coalition has collected women's election experiences in a book and in audio, visual, and radio form for advocacy towards the 2011 elections. The Monitoring the Virtual Poverty Fund issue-based project aims to ensure that debt relief funds are used in a transparent and accountable way toward achieving the Millennium Development Goals. Ministries, departments, and agencies and partner NGOs are now working together for the first time to increase accountability in public spending. Through this alliance, NGOs have been able to exert pressure on the government to such an extent that they can no longer be ignored. The Water Coalition is ensuring a better deal for water management in northern Nigeria. It has ensured that public funding mechanisms continue to a participatory integrated water resource management partnership, which aims to fairly allocate water resources in northern Nigeria. The issue-based approach has opened up space for dialogue on water usage and conflict management and mitigation. The project has received invitation from within and outside Nigeria to come and replicate the issue-based approach. As well as encouraging change today, C4C seeks to build capacity for change in the future. The internship program nurtured and transferred skills to young Nigerians through living and working with accomplished Nigerian mentors across government, private sector, and civil society, and in the process, building a new generation of change champions. Thanks to C4C coalitions, new and better institutional arrangements have emerged. Coalitions have gained recognition as a resource on key development issues. They provide technical assistance in high-level policy spaces and link people with government, hereby making a significant impact towards the realization of the MDGs in Nigeria. C4C, creating spaces where voices connect for change.